12th biggest country on the planet has just opened up its borders to much of the rest of the world. Saudi Arabia has long been regarded in travel terms mainly as a destination for Muslims performing the Hajj with a pilgrimage to the holy city of Mecca. But now the kingdom is opening up to regular tourism with e-visas that take just a few minutes to obtain. They cost around £100 but are valid for as many visits as you like during the course of a year. I've already used mine to visit Saudi Arabia twice, and the undoubted highlight, the ancient oasis city of AlUla. Come and take a look. The setting is spectacular between soaring sandstone cliffs. AlUla is an oasis brimming with palm trees. The location is 300 kilometres north of the holy city of Medina and about 400 kilometres south of Aqaba in Jordan. Both of them are gateways by air, though some flights also operate to AlUla's small airport. AlUla lies astride one of the key ancient trade routes across Arabia and has been occupied for 2,500 years. At the heart is the old city, which is slowly being restored as part of a multi-million-pound project to preserve and protect AlUla's heritage. The biggest thrills are found outside town though, starting with the remains of the Hejaz Railway, an amazing early 20th century venture to connect Damascus in Syria with Medina, carving right through the Arabian desert. Trains no longer run and the line has long been reclaimed by the sands, but on the roads to and from AlUla you can catch glimpses of the old stations and the trajectory of the tracks. Now, if you've been lucky enough to visit Petra in Jordan, you'll know about the ancient Nabatean culture and the way they carved tombs into rocks. Just north of the city of AlUla, there's another Nabatean settlement, Madain Saleh, which became Saudi Arabia's first World Heritage Site. What makes this city from the past even more powerful for me is its presence in the midst of a lonely desert landscape and the absence so far of fellow tourists. It seems extraordinary in the 21st century that you can have one of the world's leading archaeological sites to yourself and your guides. A short way south, there's a brand new creation that has brought a dazzling fresh dimension to the desert. Maraya is a mirrored concert hall that's at the heart of the vision for AlUla. It's the hub for the cultural festival known as Tantora, which runs from October to early March and in which you can play a starring role. This is the Infinity Room by a Japanese artist. It looks the biggest room I have ever been in. Of course it does, but in fact it's only 4 meters square. What a place. So many people, and all of them me. And while you won't see any chain hotels or restaurants springing up from the desert anytime soon, there are some superb camps created for the winter season, as well as pop-up restaurants such as Salt from Dubai, well, popping up in the desert. The food in Saudi Arabia is fabulous, and so is the tea. No alcohol, of course. The Foreign Office tells British visitors to Saudi Arabia to respect local traditions, customs, laws and religion at all times. As a male traveller, life is certainly easier than for women, though the strict dress code is being relaxed. Female visitors no longer need wear an abaya, the traditional flowing cloak, though they should cover shoulders and knees in public. Local women can now drive cars, obtain passports and travel without permission from a male guardian. But the easing of restrictions needs to be seen in a wider context. Amnesty International warns that women and girls continue to face systematic discrimination. And the Foreign Office warns that homosexual relations are illegal and can be severely punished. And there is worldwide concern about human rights abuses. The United Nations report into the killing of the Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi at the Saudi consulate in Istanbul in 2018 concluded that it was an extrajudicial killing for which the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia was responsible. As with any destination, you'll need to make your own assessment about whether to visit Saudi Arabia. My view is that this is a worthwhile moment to experience a country in transition, and that tourism can be a force for good in breaking down barriers and opening up the world. If you decide to come to Saudi Arabia, then AlUla, sculpted by nature and enhanced by man, is a superb place to start.